Hi, my name's Debbie. I'm one of the substitute group fitness instructors here at Kettering Rec Center. Today we're going to be doing a beginner HIIT workout. HIIT is high intensity interval training. This workout consists of short bursts of intense movement and exercise followed by brief periods of recovery. I'm going to start all these exercises low impact, low intensity. We're going to progress as we go along. Feel free to make any modifications as you need to, and take the progressions if you'd like to, or keep them at the low intensity. So to get started, we're just going to do some cardio aerobic movement. Let me get my timer going here. I've got a little timer set. They're 15-second rests with 30-second rounds. So timer's going to tell us when to start and stop. Give me 1 second here. We're going to start with just a simple speed skater move. This is a side to side. So here we go. This is low impact right here. You can always progress this more if you want to. We're still in warm-up mode right now, so we'll try to keep it low impact and gentle. A couple more seconds. Shoulders should be up, back and down. Chest is out and proud. 3 more. Last one right here. Now, stay active. In these little 15-second intervals, we're going to stop the exercises, but we're going to keep moving. So here we go. Our next warm-up move, separate the legs, wide stance, single leg squats, side to side. So sink on down into one hip at a time. As you come down, pull here in the midsection. Chest stays lifted. Want to make sure we don't collapse in the upper body. A few more seconds right here. Three more seconds. All right, 15-second rest. Let's go in to a demi squat. And by demi squat, it's a half squat. We're not going full range of motion yet. Feet underneath the hips. Pull right here in the midsection, shoulders back, and just sit back in the hips, push through the heels to come on up. We're just getting a little heat built here in our legs. Make sure to reach back. Shoulders stay back. Shoulder blades kind of stay pulled in together. If you're a visual person, imagine you're holding a golf ball in between your shoulder blades. That really helps keep your chest open. All right, move it out. We're gonna do some lunges next. Getting ready. So, step back lunges, feet underneath the hips. We're just gonna take one leg back at a time. Drop that knee down, tap the knee to the ground, come back up. Push through the heel of the front foot to come back up to standing. All right, and as we get into the meat of this workout, we're gonna take a lot of these moves. We're gonna make them a lot more intense. Make sure you still have a good, strong, engaged midsection right here. Even though this is a lower body exercise, keep the upper body active. All right, 15-second rest. We are gonna go into some knee pulls. Ready? So, again, active in the core, chest is up. Drive the knees up. Here we go. Still really low impact. This is our warm-up round. As we go along, make sure you're not crunching in with the upper body. Upper body stays lifted and elevated. Here we go, a few seconds left. And shake it out. Next exercise is gonna be butt kickers. Heels just behind. We can pick this one up, but these last few we're gonna start building, getting our heart rate up, getting our heart rate ready for some of these more intense exercises. Ready? Here we go. So give yourself a kick, knees point down. About halfway through, we're gonna pick this up into a little jog. Ready? And if you'd like to, go ahead, pick it up into a little jog. 5 more seconds right here. All right, shake it out. We've got 2 more warm-up moves. This next one, we're gonna do jumping jacks. We're gonna really get our heart rate up. I'm gonna start with a low jack for anybody wanting to keep low impact, and then I'm gonna pick it up into just a regular jumping jack about halfway through. So our low jack option, we just do 1 foot at a time. Make sure to keep the upper body going. It's a super important part. Ready. And if you want to, classic jumping jack right here. Couple more seconds. And our final move, we're gonna do a plank walkout. Now, if you do not wish to do a level change right here, meaning we're gonna walk out into a plank and then we're coming back up to standing, just do another squat. Otherwise, here we go. So core is in, shoulders back, just flex, hinge at the hips. Walk yourself out into a plank. Find your strong plank right here. Push into the ground, pull in at the belly, and push yourself back all the way up to standing. Let's do about 2 more of those and see if we can get 3 in. Trying to keep the legs straight here. It's okay to bend through the knees if you need to get your hands to the ground. Here's the last one. All right. Whew. Excellent warm-up round. Here's our minute rest. Stay active, keep moving. So, our first round, we're doing 2 exercises per round, and we do them 4 times each. 30 seconds on, 15 seconds off, and we will just be alternating. I will give you a quick preview while we are here on our break. So our first exercise, we did these in warm-up, these step back lunges. So we are gonna want to keep them. Just to get started, these step back lunges are full range of motion. Try to tap that knee down behind and push through the heel to come back up to standing. We're gonna do some things to progress this. We might add some jumps in if you want them. Those jumps are completely optional. And then we are gonna add some knee strikes. These are those knee pulls. And then we're gonna progress these as we go along. Let's keep them low impact to begin with. Waiting for my timer to, here we go. Here's our 15-second countdown. So top of round 2. Lunges to start with, shoulders up, back and down. Chest is lifted. Squeeze right here in the core, almost like you just held in a sneeze. So nice and strong right here, gonna help with balance. And step back, drop 1 knee down at a time. Push through the heel of the front foot to come back up to standing. Excellent. So this is option 1. We can get ready for the next time around. If you want to add a little bit of intensity to this, you can add a little skip on the front end. So we can start there next time if you want to, or just do those lunges. 15-second rest right here. So knee strikes. I'm gonna keep it low impact. Just starting a little demi squat. You're low. We're gonna explode out of this. Alternate knee strikes. Bring that knee up. Here we go. Strike. I'm not quite jumping yet. This is still low impact. Focusing on bringing the knee up to meet the hands. Core is tight right here. If you want to, as we start these next time, we can add a little explosive move out of that demi squat. Jump into it. Last one right here. Shake it out, 15 seconds. Whew. Keep moving. Maybe roll your shoulders out. Check in with your posture. Couple of deep breaths. Here we go, lunges. Step back lunges, or add that little skip on the front end if you want to. Here we go. So we come back. I'll show you another way to progress towards the end. Here we go, just a few seconds left. If you would like something a little bit more, we're gonna jump in between these. Switch in the air, land low. You may have to slow them down a little bit. Woo. Legs on fire there. Shake it out, catch your breath. Knee strikes. Again, Just from that demi squat, bring the knees up. This is our basic movement right here. We're gonna build. Add a little jump. Little mini explosive move. And to make it a little more intense, we can come down even further. Almost there. Last one right here. 15 seconds, shake it out. Whew. All right, we got 2 more rounds to go. Same moves. Now, your choice. I've given you some options. Start them where you want them. You can always float through. So, you can start intense. But if you feel like you're losing steam before the end of the 30 seconds, make that adjustment. Maybe take the jump out. Just don't give up. Goal is to stay active. And again, you get the most out of these when you are working at 100% effort. Whew. Almost broke there. Shake it out. Jump squats, not jump squats. Knee strikes with a jump. Here we go. Feet are underneath hips. Make sure, check right in here. And keep it going. And if you're finding your pace is slower than mine or faster than mine, that's great. You're working at your maximum effort level here. Everybody's is different. Ready? Shake it out. Last time on these moves. We're gonna have a minute rest after this. So go all out. If you've been holding out, let it go. Here we are. 2, 1, and back. Check in with your midsection. If you feel you're a little wobbly in your upper body as you do these lunges, squeeze right here. Hold that imaginary golf ball between your shoulder blades. Couple more. Whew, almost lost it on that one. Legs are saying no. Shake it out. Whew, last one on these strikes. Remember to keep moving and breathing. Knee strikes right here. Last 30 seconds in this round. A few more. You got this, don't give up. And it's okay, if you gotta take that jump out just to finish, do what you gotta do, keep moving. Last one right here, and shake it out. Here's your minute rest. If you got some water nearby, grab some water or go get some. Little sweat break right here. So we're getting 2 new exercises. We are going to some squats, real deep sumo squats this time. We did kind of little demi squats with narrow feet. We're gonna do some wide sumo squats, and we're also gonna do some jumping jacks. And we're gonna make these pretty intense, only if you want to. So first round, I'm showing low impact, low to no impact, medium intensity. I'm gonna start building onto these as we go along. Take these options if you want them. And also use the levels to your advantage. If I show a more intense version of it, you can do a couple of those and go back to a low, a couple intense and go back to low. This is our 15-second countdown on the front end of round 3. So here we go, set your feet up. Your toes are out to the corners. Your legs, our feet are wider than hip distance apart, shoulders back, core is in. Sink down, try to get your legs to parallel, knees stay out and up. So these sumo squats, You're gonna feel it right here, inner thighs, your adductors. Make sure core is active. And if that's a new concept to you, you want to have that same feeling. If you just held in a sneeze and flexed your core, hold on to that. Shoulders back, all right. Here we go, march it out. We'll come back to those squats. We'll start adding on to those. Jacks are next. Here's our low jack option. If you want to start right in with regular jumping jacks, go ahead. So for anybody looking to stay low impact, this is you right here. This is your movement. You can make it a little faster. You can even build it by sinking low into your legs. Everybody else, you want a little more cardio? We're doing jacks. You're getting as many as you can. As we go along, we'll start putting some air jacks in these. What I mean by air jacks is like every 3, on the 4th, come on up all the way. Some people call them star jumps. All right, shake it out. Now we go back to squats. Feet are wide, wider than hip distance apart. Hold your core in, just like you just held in a sneeze. Shoulders are back. Here we go. Deep sumo squat. And right here, let's pick up the pace. If you're low impact, you're not wanting to add anything much more intense, pick up this pace. Again, find something that is almost outside of your comfort zone. If we're still not burning ourselves out yet, add a little rocket jump on. We're almost there. 2 more. Last one right here, shake it out. Back to jacks. Again, you're right here. At a minimum, hold it there. Don't stop moving. Ready, set, and jacks. If you're ready, you want those star jacks. Star jumps, air jacks. Do them every 3. On number 4, come out for a star jump. Almost there. Last one right here. Shake it out. Woo. Catch your breath. Big deep breaths right here, because we can even build a little more. Toes out, core in, shoulders back. Imaginary golf ball, hold it together. And remember, squat. You can have this little jump in right here. We can even turn these into kind of a squat jack. Jump your heels in. We're almost there. Last few, last one right here. Shake it out. Catch your breath. Keep that lower body moving. Jacks. Anywhere you want these. Here we go. Air jacks if you want them. Those are optional. Oh, almost there. Don't give up. We're almost to the end of this round. We have one more set of each. If you've been holding back, this is the time to push it all out. Here we go. Low heart rate. All right, feet out. Squeeze, back. Here we go. And anything you want right here. Don't let your legs give up on you. Just shrink it up and keep it moving, but just keep it moving. A few more seconds left, you're almost there. 4, 3, 2, 1, shake it out. Jacks, and then we have our minute rest. We're coming down to the ground next for some planks and some core work. So we're gonna get off our feet. So here we go. Burn it out all the way to the end. And if you want to, every other one, star jump. Ooh, let's see if I can make it all the way to the end. And it's okay if you start something intense and it starts to take it out of you. Go back down a level. Shake it out, don't stop moving. March in place, roll your shoulders out. Take a few deep breaths right here. We got about another full minute before we're gonna start our next round, so don't sit down. Grab some water. If you have a mat, go ahead, grab a mat, because we're gonna come down to the ground. Mats are not necessary, but they're nice to have. I'm gonna give out lots of options. We may end up on our knees. And if you like to have a little cushion under your kneecaps, just fold your mat over a couple of times. If you're on carpet, you can always put a pillow or a couch cushion or something under your knees. So about 30 more seconds right here. Make your way down. We're gonna start with just a classic plank. Let's talk about plank position to get started. We're gonna add some things onto this, but let's make sure that we have that proper alignment. So hands directly under your shoulders. Rotate your elbow pits, the inside, rotate them together. Now, step back onto your toes, push into the ground, separate your shoulder blades, pull up in your belly, squeeze your thighs together, but your knees are soft. Dig your toes in. So I'm very active in my back right now. I'm pulling up in my belly and my hips are tucked under. Sometimes when we're here, we let our midsection kind of come down. We don't want that curve to be exaggerated. Tuck your hips under, and that helps by pulling in on your low belly. Ready, set, now we're down. Let's go to a tabletop. We're gonna do a bird dog to get started, but I am gonna progress this. So, bird dogs are very deceiving exercises. We are in tabletop. Your knees are directly under your hips. Hands are under your shoulders. Take your right arm and your left foot, stretch it out. Now extend like there's a magnet pulling your foot behind you and a magnet pulling your arm away out of your socket and back down. While you do these, you are pulling up in your core. So there is nothing passively resting right now in your body. Push into the ground, pull up in your core. And our progression from here is that we're gonna lift our knees off the ground and we're gonna do this in bear. So here we go. 15-second rest right here. We're going back to plank. So find your strong plank, and if you wanna hold that plank for 30 seconds, please do. That is an amazing exercise, great for core strength. For anybody else who would like to add on to this, build your plank, hands under your shoulders, push the ground away, pull up in your belly, tuck under in your hips, squeeze your thighs, and to add a little more, we're gonna just tap out to the side. This is a precursor to a plank jack. This is optional. Give it a try if you want to. If you don't like it, go back to plank. Ready? Drop it down, sit back. Give yourself a little stretch. You can come on into child's pose if that feels good. Here we go. All right, so bird dogs. I'm gonna do the classic, basic bird dog for the first two, and then I'm gonna show you what it is when we go into bear position. So push into the ground, pull up in the belly, extend out in the fingertips and toes. Now if you want to tuck your toes, pick up your knees just an inch. Dig your toes in right here. We're gonna balance. Your hips stay low. You're balancing a tray of drinks on your back. Now, if you're too wobbly, you can do legs only. Take the arms out. Here we go, drop it down. We'll come back. Sit on back. Whew. As you might see, coming down to the ground, you're gonna feel it's a lot hotter down here. You're gonna sweat a lot more. If you see me right now, I'm dripping buckets. This happens just about every time I come down into plank. So here we go. Classic plank position. Hands under shoulders, step the feet back. Push into the ground, separate your shoulder blades, pull up in your core, tuck your hips. You have a straight line. If you feel yourself doing this, no. Push forward. Now tap it out if you want. And for the last few seconds right here, whoo, my arms are gonna give out on me. We can do a plank jack. Hips stay low. If you feel yourself doing this, bring it back down. And sit back. So bird dog or bear. You can be on your hands and knees, or you can be on your hands and toes. Here we go. Push up. So same thing, if you're floating your knees, my knees aren't touching the ground right here. My back is flat. I am balancing an imaginary tray of drinks on my back. And we can just do arms only. We can do legs only. And if you're feeling super stable, we do arms and legs. Try not to shift your weight too far side to side. You're holding in center and drop it down. Quick rest. Here's our last set of these, one more time each. Get set up in your plank. Weight is forward. Toes are back. Here we go. Good strong plank. And hold it right here. If you have zapped your energy and you're just trying to sprint to the end, hold on to it right here. Otherwise, here we go. A few seconds left. Burn it out. I can definitely feel I'm getting tired. My hips want to rise. I'm going to push them forward and down. A few seconds. Last one. Sit on back. Whew. Bird dog or bear dog, I guess if you want to call it. So, tabletop position or tuck the toes. Come on into bear position with those knees floating. And pull up in the low belly, almost underneath the belly button. Think about pulling up and in. And we can do one arm at a time. And if you're really unstable, widen your base. You can do your feet only. Here we go. I'm going to try both at the same time for the last few. Oh, I'm giving up. Oh, I'm almost there. And there we go. Take a second, roll it out. Here, come off your knees. Come into seated. Take a second if you need to. Towel off if you need to. Roll your shoulders on out. Arms up overhead. Interlace your fingers. Press out to the top. Few deep breaths. And hands down. Interlace your fingers in front. All right, excellent job. If you held in there, that was an intense 30-minute, high-intensity interval training class. Shoulders back, arms behind. Press your knuckles into your low back and stretch out your arms. According to my calorie counter, I'm at about 344 right now. So for 30 minutes, that is an excellent, excellent workout. And now come down onto just your one side, forearm on the ground, your top leg. Bend at the knee, reach for the top of the shoe. Kind of tuck in at your hip right here, point the knee down. You might need to play with the foot position right here, but what we're going for is a long stretch through your quad. And swing that leg out, take it out front, drop it down to the other side of your bottom leg. We're gonna pull your knee into your chest, and this hip pushes into the ground. As you pull in on your knee, you're gonna find a stretch right here in your hip, your medius and minimus. And drop it down. Other side. Again, you might have to play with where your foot is back here. You shouldn't have any pain in your knee. Now, if you experience any discomfort or anything alarming in this position, go ahead back up to seated. Just do some seated stretches. Swing your leg out over top, drop it down. Pull up, knee comes into chest. This hip, sit it down into the ground. So pushing and pulling. And let it go. Legs out front. Soft bend in the knees right here. Arms up overhead. Hinge forward. Let your hands fall where they naturally fall. If you can touch your toes, excellent. If you're not quite there yet, that's fine. Shoulders back, inhale, exhale, and on that exhale, sink into this stretch a little bit more. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, exhale, and on that exhale, sink into this stretch a little bit more. Walk yourself back up. Shoulders back. And thank you very much for joining me today. I hope you enjoyed this class. Watch out on the Kettering Rec Center schedule for any high intensity interval training classes and join me in person soon. Thank you very much.